Hey, what is up, ladies and or gentlemen and or alphabet mafia and or A B C D T S Q plus divided by the third quotient. EMC equals whatever you're here. You're here. There's one of you. Welcome. Oh shit, I'm recording myself. Can't do that. This is a very professional stream here. Very professional stream. All I do is professional shit. I'm sick as fuck, so I'm just gonna bullshit in the internet, and who comes in, comes in. Maybe Rich Newbuck is up. Maybe he just can't get to sleep because he's high on that shit, and he can't. He's laying in bed right now, just looking at the ceiling, and he don't got no more money for them hookers or them coke, so he gonna come back. Anyway, I'm gonna bullshit in the internet here, and many of my friends come in. You're probably all still asleep over in the States. I'm over here in the future in Ireland while you all sleep. I'm in the future. I'm gonna throw some shit up here while people come in. Whoever you one person is, say hello. Hello. Oh, now it's down to 0. Now it's down to 1. Oh well, fuck it. I'm gonna throw some music up.
We in the blue room, motherfucker.
Woo! Ain't nobody fucking with me, motherfucker. Church. Who am I? Come observe the exhibit. This blue collar honky made it from 50 cent in the business. Got rich, dying realer, spend the cash before I pass on. Nobody spinning the story like Johnny when I pass, y'all. They done tried to blackball, but my heart a blackball. There's a difference in popping and briefly being racked off. I hear a BB gun and I'm already starting my Black Hawk. When that bitch on your roof ain't no 50 at your back lawn. This that white tee, no suit. These bullets metaphoric, but test my will I shoot. And I be from the country, I ain't rocking with no deuce. Pistol longer than a Lincoln limousine, so boots. This ain't pop country on Bluetooth. This my redneck and death wounds, resilience ringing new tune. Barefoot, still suede smooth. The white boy with the soul, you can call my own style. The light blues, voice can shine bright. Plasma cutting with the Pro Tools. Contradicted propaganda headlines say I'm old news. These motherfuckers lying. Shit, I'm the one that you owe, fool. I must be kin to Uncle Sam. My tax royalties from these dudes. They skin color crystal, cause they the ones that I see through. Double crossing crackers, now when they see me, they see too. And wonder why they missing. Keep on failing the mission and missing from the church, cause they think they out. Purple rain, Princeton. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Not even lightning can strike me, kill the flow that's in my veins. They tried to dam me up, but now they circle swim in the banks. And I'm Huckleberry bitching up church for certain names. Down south we drown them out, raise the roof, Louisiana A. Shout out everybody down the road with the one lane. Bubba keep the Hank Hill, pocket full of propane. Bitch, I'm Forrest Bondurant, it drives these people insane. I'll probably die from pneumonia, you critics got some shit aim. And when I die, my Rabel Reed, he was too sick, man. Say they talking for the sky, they're walking for the road. Kill the demons in the creek, but on the Grim Reaper's road. Broke in the devil's house, took a piss on top of stove. Only in the devil's kitchen, cause I'm robbing his home. I'm an angel, gone rogue. Say they're talking for the sky and they're walking for the road. Since the topic of discussion is really where my feelings at, my filter fell off in biblical cord. Dog, this shit a rap. Like church, stop squeezing, industry limping, stop breathing. What you mean? I'm trying to rip his head off like an Indian chief. Shit, we ain't feeling your cheap shit. All these duplicate rock stars walking with cheap tricks, thinking that they fire but dropping your piece clip. Only hollow point they got is the dome they post a thank with. That light bulb dimming, I hear rhymes without a reason, reading stories with no meaning. Bunch of warriors never bleeding. 50 said that gotta be easy. Life is hard, but life is easy to me, and that don't be my reward. And this time, I'm the one fusing the stone and the sword. To pull this bitch out, you gon' have to go and hone in the soul. Feel like the real is still walking. My silence do the talking. My music head bobbing in case they have forgotten. I'll be slapping till I'm 80 like Nate Diaz and Stockton. If they try to give us flowers, we gon' toss them in the garbage. I told everybody I was going for gold. They didn't wanna recognize it till my circle was closed. They say they're talking for the sky, they're walking for the road. Kill the demons in the creek, but on the Grim Reaper's road. Broke in the devil's house, took a piss on top of stove. Only in the devil's kitchen, cause I'm robbing his home. I'm an angel, gone rogue. Say they're talking for the sky and they're walking for the road. I'm an angel, Gone rogue. Save the talking for the sky and the walking for the road. I'm an angel. Gone rogue. Save the talking for the sky and the walking for the road. Yeah. We in this bitch now, motherfucker. From Texas to Tennessee, motherfucker. Creek squad, bitch.
Holy shit, that's a fucking good one. That one fucking slaps so hard. Shit, slaps so hard. Fucking people be lining up at the domestic abuse shelter. Dear God, that is a really fucking good track. I mean, that is just amazing. The backing music, the beat. I don't even like rap that much. I love that song. It's fucking amazing. Holy shit, it fucking kicks. Kicks like a mule on whiskey. It's fucking amazing. It's such a good fucking song. It is such a good fucking song. I only heard it one time before in the car, and I was like, what the fuck's the name of that one? And I heard him say Rogue. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for Rogue when I go live. So, dude is on fire, man. I mean, again, I am not a rap fan. I am not a rap aficionado. Not a fan of most of it. Most of it, I think, ain't great. Upster just had some amazing rap songs. It's ones I like. This is the first one he's put out rap song wise that I love. Like I love his, I am a big pussy. I like that, hey boy, hey girl song. I like that song. That's what me and my girlfriend listen to. I don't care what y'all think. Even though I'm even though you didn't say nothing, and I'm already acting self-conscious about it. But no, I love his shit. But I mean, most of his stuff I like is when he's singing, or like when he's his covers. But this song, my God, like this one bought me into the rap right now. This one, anyway. I'm just talking shit. I keep going. Gina G is not my lover. Who? Get your husband on here, Gina. I'll confirm it. All right. I know he's wondering like why you always in Dan Redbeard's stream. I mean, yeah, he's good looking and he's funny and talented. Why are you always in his stream, Gina? I will just tell him right now. Me and Gina got nothing going on yet. Oh fuck, shit! Is everybody sick of the election shit, or like, are we all still hyped up? You're gonna have to keep that energy. Have to keep that energy up right until November 5th, and then you gotta take the day off, and you gotta watch those Democratic tricks. If you're a poll watcher, if you're a part of the the local Republican Party, even if you're not, say, hey, listen, I'll stay around here just so I can find something hinky. I know dudes are gonna be lining up in Arizona doing that public carry thing, they got the right to do it. So they're going to be lined up around there, but they're already trying to pull tricks, man. They're already trying to pull tricks, ain't they? Because Pennsylvania, 2,500 people just in one county, fake voter rolls, all put in by the same person. And I saw something last night. I don't know what state it was. I don't know if it was Colorado, but she gave out the fucking passwords to the Dominion voting machines. Like, what? Huh? Well, why would you even do that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then there was like, 150,000 fake votes that someone found somewhere. I do hope, I mean, the only way they can win is by cheating. I mean, we know those polls are full of shit. Even their fucking shitty fucking polls are fucking, I think Trump explained it pretty well. He's like, listen, you ain't going to go pay somebody to tell you what you don't want to hear. You know what I mean? So they go in there, and a lot of these pollsters they're working like fucking propaganda machines. It's like, yeah, okay, listen, we'll poll 15 people in this incredibly left-leaning county where they all got Kamala fucking posters out on their front yawns and see what they think. Oh, look, yeah, she's winning in Pennsylvania now. However, if you go around, you poll people all over the county properly, he comes out 3 or 4 points ahead on average. Rusty Truck's casting his fourth vote for Kamala. Good job. I mean, listen, Rusty, you got how many personalities now? I mean, listen, they all deserve a vote, except for your, your little girl personality. She's not old enough to vote, and I don't care what you say. All right, let's just be honest. Yep, Rusty, same here. I just voted today. Y'all go for Harry Balls. Well, I tried helping you, Gina Jean. I really did, Gina G. I really did. Now you've just gone and said it. You wrote in your candidate Harry Balls. My God. Actually, you know what? I told some of my daughter some of those really fucking old, stupid dad jokes, like I said. She said, I'm going to go read. And I said, are you going to read Who Goose the Moose? By Antlers in the Trees by Who Goose the Moose. And she thought that was hilarious. So then I had to fucking tell her the Yellow River by I.P. Freely. She thought that shit was funny. It's only gonna be funny once, so I got to fucking enjoy my time while I got it on this earth. My God, my God, my God. Okay, G. Of course, Gina, I know you voted. Everybody, ain't nobody gonna come in here and be like, oh, listen, I think that Kamala has a. I don't think even people that support Kamala think, oh yeah, she's got a great vision for the future. They vote on based on identity. They think it will just be earth shattering to have a black woman as president. I will vote for a black woman as president any day of the fucking week if she's got the right fucking plan for the country. If she's not a fucking communist. Listen, there is like one person I do not fuck with in the world, and it is a black woman because they do not give a fuck. Like a black dude will fight you and he'll be like, listen, I ain't gonna kick you in the balls because I'm a man and we don't kick each other in the balls, right? Like this is something we don't do. Even if you're a black dude and you're fighting dirty, you just don't do. They might bite his ear like Tyson. A black woman will straight up kick you right in the nuts. She don't give a fuck. Black women have a fucking energy that is fucking scary. Okay. Like, and if you get me some girl from the South, great grandpa was a sharecropper, and she's fucking Republican and she's like, fuck communists. I will vote for her ass every time. Right. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, you going up against JD Vance, that woman got energy. I'm going to vote for her. But Kamala is full of shit. Right. I was watching this YouTube channel yesterday, like it's supposed to do an honest, unbiased breakdown on Donald Trump and an unbiased breakdown on Kamala. Because we all get biased sources of information. We can't fucking help it. You get into echo chambers and, I want to test myself. This dude missed out everything on fucking Kamala. Like, you didn't even talk about her time in Canada when she was in fucking Canada for like fucking, I think 8 years. It's like, dude, this is like the world's war. What about when she dated Montel Williams? Like, why can you leave that out when it's well established? Anyway, the Trump one was just pure bullshit. Okay, let me read here. You're safe, Dan. She ain't that black homie. Exactly. Dude, yeah, her daddy, I mean, I'll give it to her. Her daddy was black, but, and this is going to shock you, but her black father abandoned the family. I know. It never fucking happens, right? It never fucking happens. Black men do not abandon their children, but for some reason she was that outlier and she was abandoned and then raised by her Indian mother and her family. And to be fair, her mother was a smart fucking woman. She was. Why is Kamala not smart? I guess it just skips a generation. I don't know. But like, listen, you got to focus on the president in the future, right? And that chick, man, she's a moron. I've never seen anybody. Like, I've seen politicians answer a question they weren't asked, and the journalist will just sit there and be like, after 10 minutes, go, hold on, but I asked you this, right? I've seen that, right? But like sometimes what the politician says is at least adjacent to what the question was that was asked. Kamala's acting like, so Kamala, why did you let those people in over the border? I grew up in a middle-class family. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Okay. I'm blacker than her dad. I believe that, Rusty. Well, let's be honest, Rusty. You are the blackest man in your neighborhood. Let's just be honest, right? Like, there are black dudes and you're blacker than them. Let's be honest. Gene and Bullocks come to you for lessons on how to be black. I mean, if you didn't all know, Rusty Truck is actually the founding member of the Kentucky Black Panther Party, just so you know. Oh my God. Anyway. Yeah. So what else is going on, folks? I don't want to bore everybody to shit with fucking politics. Oh yeah, I love her laugh, that cackle. Oh my God, dude. I think, I think her campaign would go even better if she was just honest about what it is. She could say, listen, I don't have any fucking particular beliefs. I'll do whatever the loudest crowd screams. I came in with this bullshit about open borders, and now I'm trying to be, close them down. I'm trying to be Miss Security. Okay. I didn't have any personal preference. I was just going to do whoever screamed the loudest is who I was going to do. Whoever's going to give me the most money and support, I'll do. Because then at least you know where you stand with her. You know that, oh, well, fuck, she can be bought like most politicians, but she's fucking on sale. It's a fucking fire sale. Like, okay, well, listen, let's come in here and do this. You know what I mean? She should be honest. She's everybody's fucking drunk wine aunt. Like you've all seen her. She's in the family. She ain't never been married, has no kids. I ain't talking about the aunt that, has kids and the husband left or the husband died or whatever. I'm talking about the aunt who's, she's in her 50s. She's not married. Now, Kamala supposedly has a husband. That dude is weird. He hates women. He hits on women. Supposed to be the new model of masculinity, but he'd be beating on women and shit. Look into it. Dug him off. She keeps her last name. He keeps his last name. That's kind of weird. I'm sorry. And I'm pretty sure that the girl is actually a boy. I think he's trans. Look into that. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. She's either the world's ugliest kid, and she looks nothing like Kamala, so she's probably adopted or one of Doug Emhoff's kids, and that or like most effeminate boy. One of the two. Figure it out. Look it up for me, folks. School me. I don't know, but it's scary. And it was weird how she was hanging on her dad at the Democratic National Convention. Go look at that shit. It's weird. It seems kind of incestuous. Like I can't say that it is, but like it's weird. It's a vibe. It's a bad vibe. Go check it out. But anyway, okay. Yeah, she did. She did look like she had a lot of fun with Montel and Willie Brown. Yeah, she did. I think she owes Willie Brown everything. Willie Brown got her pushed up in the community. But like she's willing to go any direction you want to go, right? She's a yes girl. That's what Kamala is. Whatever, who's ever backing up and paying her things. Anyway, fuck that bitch. I ain't gonna give her no more time. I think something's gonna happen on Super Tuesday on November 5th. I think it's gonna be undeniable. I think it's gonna be so undeniable that it'll even outdo all their cheating. I think we're gonna have a red wave. Like, I'll tell you this much: Washington State is where I vote, because that's the last place I lived and owned property in America. So if you're living overseas, you can do an absentee ballot, but it goes to the state that you last lived in. Yeah, I know. For whatever reason, I decided to go live in Washington State, which, frankly, it was a shithole. I'm going to tell you some Washington stories here in a second, but it was a total fucking shithole. But anyway, I have to vote in Washington State, and that son of a bitch ain't voted red and since Reagan, right? Like, I'm not joking. They didn't vote for any Bush. That state stayed blue since Reagan. No Bushes. Certainly not Trump. So anyway, I'm having friends back there saying, no, man, the vibe's changed. Like, people are just fucking sick to their back teeth of this shit. People I've known to be fucking liberals their whole lives are telling me they're voting Trump. I wasn't even gonna vote because I was like, listen, it's gonna go in, my red vote is gonna go into an abyss of blue. Is it even worth my hour and a half filling in the absentee ballot? But after they told me that about a month and a half ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to vote anyway. I'm going to do it just because, I have to. Damn Yankee. Hey, how are you doing? Good. Welcome. Good morning. Damn Yankee is one of my favorite human beings. I'm going to tell you that right now. She's the chatter. I absolutely adore her. She's lived through shit that you and I can't even fucking fathom. And she's still out here hitting home runs today. So listen, welcome, damn Yankee. Thank you for being here. But yeah, Washington State is fucked. Like, it is weird. You drive up, and any truckers out there, anybody who knows, you drive up to the Northwest coast, Oregon, except for Portland, is fairly fucking normal. Okay, it's a fairly fucking normal. Like, the vibe is the same. It's pretty. It's a really gorgeous place. You have some amazing, especially on the highway up there. There's this highway that goes through cliffs and stuff, and then you have oh god, that dam that you drive past. I can't remember the name of it. I'm old, but it's a beautiful fucking state. It's just gorgeous. And there's a big bridge that goes over. She's like talking to a brain donor here. Sorry, folks. Oregon to Washington State. And as you go over that bridge, I'm not joking, you can feel the difference as you're going into Washington State. I can't explain it, but you can feel it because shit gets weirder and darker as you go into Washington State. It is a palpable feeling in the air. And I know you're thinking, like, I swear to God, I told Missy this, and she's like, oh, you're just being, biased, anecdotal based on your experiences. I'm telling you the truth, y'all. So the first time I went to Washington State, right, was, I want to say 2016. Okay. And we had one daughter, my ex and I, and she was pregnant with our second one. Maybe just double check my math on that. It was 2015 or 2016. Anyway, we were like, well, what's going on? Like, this is a weird vibe here, right? And we stayed, I want to say it was in a hotel in Snoqualmie, right? It was a cool little town. We stayed in a hotel there one night because we were driving around and we were going to go to a hotel up in northern uh, Washington State, where all the trees and the bears and shit are. And this woman who was a cleaning lady, I didn't even talk to her. Like I didn't even acknowledge her presence. I'm loading stuff into her car, baby carrying stuff, and she starts flipping out on me. Right? I said, "What's your problem, lady? Are you okay?" She had like this weird mental spurg out. She went into the office and complained to the manager. And the next thing I know, the police show up. I'm not joking, right? I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, she said that you cursed at her and said stuff. I didn't say shit. Check your cameras. I'm literally walking out of the room. And when you say to a cop, I have no idea what this person is saying, they're going to look at you like you're fucking crazy because ain't nobody complain about nothing, right? Nobody gets on the phone and calls the cops over nothing, even if it's minor, even if it's some Karen bullshit. They don't complain about nothing, right? They absolutely fucking did, right? She absolutely did do the shit. I said, check the cameras. The cops went in and checked the cameras and like, we can't see where he even talked to you. That was like the weirdest experience. Like, even my wife's like, you didn't say nothing to her because she was in the fucking, the hotel room getting ready. Okay. One second, guys. I just got to mute for a second. My daughter's texting the shit out of me. She's text bombing me. Sorry about that, folks. For whatever reason, my daughter's in this stage now where she thinks like text. Oh my God. I have to discipline her because what she just texted was right, but it's also funny as fuck. So I have to pretend that's not funny. Anyway, moving on. Where was my brain? All right, 1 second here. Hold on. What the feck? All right, I'm leaving you guys on. I'm not going to mute you. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Back on track here. Yeah, Oregon, you pump your own gas. It's really weird, damn Yankee. And they're militant about it. Like if you even try, they jump out of the building. Like there's a law. I get it, but like I wouldn't be like so militant about protecting that law, but they're not messing around. No, it's like one of the few states, I think New Jersey as well, they have to pump, you can't pump your own gas. Everything I know about Oregon, I learned from watching First Blood. I have never seen that show, Rusty. Is it good? Tell me about it. Okay, so anyway, that was a weird incident that happened. Like I never in my life have I been in a conflict that I had 0% to do with. I don't know what her thing was. I don't know what she was pulling, but that's when it came to be that the mental illness quotient of Washington State is off the fucking hilt. And you ask anybody normal who lives there, they're gonna be like, yeah, people are crazy mentally ill. Like it is massively mentally ill. I don't know if some people can't deal with the level of rain and darkness. I'm very much used to it because I live in Ireland and it rains here all the fucking time. I don't care what you see on TV. It's like 90% rain in here. If you come here any time of year without a fucking raincoat, you're a moron. I'm just being honest. Don't try to bring an umbrella because that shit's going to fucking fly. So I got another story, right? So later on that trip, we just meet people who are really off. Like they weren't friendly. They were really cold. They'd say weird crap. Like you'd think, well, what's on my face? Like, is there something wrong with us? And then I was going to a pharmacy. I had a prescription called in from where we lived at the time to the CVS pharmacy in the town we were staying in for 3 or 4 days. I lost my medication. I needed to get more. And so I went there, and as I'm putting my daughter, my ex is at the hotel room. She's tired. She wants to lay in bed. That's kind of a thing with her. So I put my daughter at in the the stroller and everything. I put her in the car, take her out of the car seat, all that, and we're put her in the stroller, take her. She's not even one at this time, and I take her to the pharmacy. And as we're approaching, this lady comes up. This is a small town, mind you. We're talking like population 3,000 or whatever. And this lady she starts twitching and being weird and shit. And she's like, "Oh, let me see your baby." And she's like a fucking zombie. Like her hands are doing this weird shit. And I'm like, "Fuck no, you're not seeing my kid." So I kind of stand in front of me and the kid, and she's like, "I want to stab a baby, stab the baby." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I take the stroller, I move out of the way, and like I'm like, I told this lady at the pharmacy, the lady said she wants to stab my baby, and she's like, "Oh, okay," and walks off. Doesn't even fucking care. Like, if someone came up to me and said this homeless woman tried to stab my baby, I'd be like, "Listen, that's fucked up. Let's call the cops. Let's get this person off the street." She wasn't even phased. Weirdest fucking town ever, man. Like I love Washington State. It is beautiful. Like you got these Douglas firs everywhere. It is magical. But like 90% of the people are fucking crazy. Don't go to Washington State. Just stay in Oregon. Oregon's beautiful. All right. Anyway, so like I've been fucking stepping in it, right? I don't know what happened while I was gone. I want someone to explain this to me, okay? I know that we got these different communities. We got, the Gobbleverse and the Creek Squad, which is, I guess, what I'm associated with, because PBR was in there and fucking Gobble's in there, right? And I guess AD kind of came into that as well, right? And I'm kind of defining this by the locales, okay? And then there's always been this kind of adjacent thing of Workyverse with Square and stuff, and the people like JM who kind of go between both communities, shitting on Gobble and PBR, but also, shitting on fucking Square. All people that deserve to be shit on, by the way. I mean, especially fucking Gobble and PBR, who are just reprehensible human beings. But there's politics that go on, especially it seems in Workyverse. For example, like Paula, Cassie, the Outlaw Women, they were always kind of teamed up. I remember seeing JM in there all the time. I remember they were like friendly with Filthy and friendly with I don't know much about it. The what's it called? Oh God, the one that pretends to be like Rick and Moses show. Yeah, Moses Heaps, right? They're like I've seen a couple bits of their shit. Their shit's funny as hell, right? But it isn't like I'm not like super interested in Durkee, so I don't really follow it. Anyway, I need some people to school me because apparently there was a falling out between the Outlaw Women, like Kay I'm Here, who I'm a big fan of, and the Paula, well, who's ever in the Outlaw Women, I don't know, have had a massive falling out with Filthy, Animal Jam, etc. And I don't understand what happened there, what went down. I'm just curious, like obviously this doesn't matter a hill of beans in this silly old world, but I'm just curious if anyone could school me on to what fucking happened, because I came back and like a lot of these allegiances and things have slipped, switched up. And I don't want to offend somebody else who I like by hanging out with somebody that I also like. I want to hang out with anybody I want to hang out with, but I don't want any of these people to get the wrong idea. So I'm unequivocally stating that if I'm in your chat, not that anybody gives a fuck, I like you. I like your channel, right? I mean, not like other people that go into that chat. I watch Filthy when I can, right? I think he says some hilariously funny shit. But like, I've heard these things that like, oh, Sasquatch now is not cool. Sasquatch is fucking hilarious. Sasquatch is one of the smartest human beings you'll ever meet. Very fucking clever dude, right? He is in no way an L Cloud. So like, there's some weird territory wars going on here, Damien, and I don't understand it, right? And is this really what it comes down to? Is adults needing a soap opera? Is that what this is? I don't know. I'm not judging anybody. I'll be very upfront. It's very black and white with me. Unless you're AD, PBR, Johnny Gobble, I don't like your ass. Everybody else, I like. Right. So if you're PBR, fucking AD or Johnny Gobble, I hate you. Otherwise, I'm down with everybody. Or I don't know you. Right. That's the Boolean concept here, folks. A, B, or C. Okay. So I just want to be unequivocal in that I don't have allegiances to anybody who is PBR, who is fans of PBR or AD. Rusty Truck put up a really cool community post. Let me see if I can find it because I don't want to. I don't want to talk out of turn, right? Rusty Truck's one of my favorite channels, and you're going live tonight. I want to be there for that, to be honest. I might take a nap just so I can get up and watch these catch the second half. Oh shit! Everybody wants to hear me breathe, I'm sure. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm sounding odd or whatever. I've been fighting my fucking Crohn's, and then I'm fighting off an infection my kid brought from school. It's wonderful. Okay. But I saw it either this morning or yesterday. I can't remember when it was. I'm gonna look in your community post, Rusty. Sorry. First of all, man, isn't that fucking video still or whatever? I don't know if it's AI or whatever, or if it's real with P Diddy and fucking J Lo and with the other rapper guy. If that's a fake, then absolutely it is a fucking good fake. But I definitely believe that shit went down. I'll talk about P Diddy in a minute. Okay, so yeah, Rusty basically highlighted a community post from Limu Emu, right? Which I think he says basically says these motherfuckers that are live on YouTube and make it their whole existence are fucking weird. Agreed completely. This is not your whole existence, right? This is something we do for fun, and if it's not for fun, then we shouldn't be doing it, right? Also, I see quite a few of you chatters who like to try to play both sides of the fence. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now, right? Like, you can go in any chat you want. I'm not going to tell you what you can do, but if you go into AD's chat and you're like, yeah, I like AD, AD's got a point, you really need to ratify your moral compass. Okay. As it, you need to think about, why are you doing that? Are you hanging out in AD's chat because you're bored and there's nothing else to play, nowhere else to go? Let me know, because if you're going in there and thinking, I'm going to 80s chat because, you know, 80 is such a good dude, we need to talk, right? 80 is not a good dude. 80 is a very, very bad person. Okay. I'm not just, I dislike him because of personal reasons. He has zero loyalty, which is very, very odd for someone who served in the military. Military, when they're team building, have an emphasis on loyalty. If you're a disloyal soldier, you cannot be trusted. If you cannot be trusted, they're not going to put a gun in your hands. Okay. He is completely disloyal to everyone on YouTube, to the point to where it seems to me that is his modus operandi, his motivation. It's how he fucking lives. I don't think he has loyalty to anyone. And if you have zero loyalty to anyone, you're going to do fucking anything. Okay. You can't be trusted. Now, so he's flipped on everybody, like Jasmine, except Jasmine genuinely has a mental illness. And probably AE does as well. But to that point, you know, if you're in there fucking with him and following him, I don't a lot I really want to communicate with you, because you seem to be like a very untrustworthy person. So Little Emu said this, and I was like, this like Rusty said, I was like, this is fucking a good point, right? You're trying to go in there and play both sides of the fence. I've seen there's people out there, I'm gonna say it right now, Ghost of Shadows is one of them, going out there playing both sides of the fence, trying to create conflict, get everybody in there and arguing. Oh, look at me, I'm very Machiavellian. I can make two people get into an argument for my own entertainment. That's disgusting. That's disgusting human behavior. Don't do that. Don't be that person, right? Don't be that person. Now, we all make mistakes. I probably make more mistakes than anybody, okay? But don't be that fucking person, right? Next thing, fucking AD sits up in the fucking little room. I don't know if it's his basement or wherever. And he sits there and is on terminally, toxically on the internet all day long. He's got little kids who he could be spending time with. And I'll be honest, AD, you're missing out, because those are the best years that you're going to have with your kids, is when they're small, right? I have, even though my daughter's right here, I have a longing for the days when she was 2 or 3, because she was just so freaking adorable. She didn't talk back. She didn't argue everything. And it's a natural part of growing up to argue with all your authority figures and test your limits. But my kid was just, oh my God, dude, she was adorable. And everybody says it about their kids. Okay. Everybody, but it's definitely true in her case. Other people saw it. But my point being is, you're missing out, ID. Fucking get off the internet, Stop living in a haze of marijuana where you're trying to numb yourself. I get that you're self-medicating because you've got clearly PTSD issues, okay? But your coping mechanism is all wrong. You're sitting in a room, fucking lighting up all day, high off your head, screaming at people on the internet, trying to become like this little Howard Stern guy with your whack pack. It's pathetic. Go spend some time with those kids, like real time with those kids, because they're going to make your life incredibly better. If anybody who says that kids, I don't care how much you were struggling, you look at your kids when they were from, say, oh God, 0 to 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are magical fucking times, man. And every parent who says that, anybody parent says, oh no, I fucking hated those times. Maybe you were under struggle or whatever, but I doubt any real parent would say that, because that's like when you super bond with your kid, you know, that's what keeps you from murdering them when they're teenagers, right? So I don't know, man. I feel sorry for you, AD. I really do. I really do. You're missing out big time. But maybe since you're such a piece of shit, it's a good thing you're not in their lives. They probably look at you and think that's just some guy that, you know, mama hangs out with occasionally, that sits in that room, and, you know, mama's the real parent. She's the one that feeds me and plays with me and listens to what I have to say. So yeah, man, very sad, very, very sad. And I don't forget where you came from, PBR. Or, excuse me, I don't forget where you came from, AD. You were licking PBR's ass. How fucking disgusting. You were his little bitch boy. When he pulled your chain, you fucking, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely, AD. I don't forget, man. You were PBR's little bitch boy. Anything he said, you fucking lapped it up. Yes, sir, PBR. Yeah, whatever you say, Mr. PBR. And when he thought you were when you were shining too much, he pulled that choke chain on your ass and you got back in your corner. It was so fucking funny. How could you? The lack of dignity, AD, for you to have been his little stooly fucking stooge, man. Oh my God. How could you even live with yourself? How could you even live with yourself? I'm not even talking about backing up your lies. Let's just say everything PBR ever said was true. You still aren't a man. You have no dignity to be his bitch. I mean, if you're going to be someone's bitch, at least pick somebody with money. Dear God. Anyway, that's all I got to say today about AD, you piece of shit. Sly is here. Hey, Sly, how are you doing today? You've been fucking knocking out the ball. You've been out there leaving tons of stuff. I'm sorry I haven't seen more of it. I've been on like your replay thing. Your shorts are killing it, kicking it, man. You're really doing well. Congratulations. Oh my God. So yeah, anyway, read this yesterday about P. Diddy. Let me see if I can find it and put it up on the screen. Let me stop presenting this video that I haven't fucking had play since the beginning of the thing. Hold on. Like, I forget how to use fucking stream whatever because I don't use it enough. All right, 1 second here. So essentially, this thing came out. There's been new lawsuits, right? That it isn't directly related to the government's, one thing about P. Diddy, but okay, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, I got it here. Hold on. Let me remove this altogether. Hopefully this will work. Oh, fuck no. I haven't set this up. God damn it. I fucking hate myself for this shit. Okay. 1 second here. Okay, so I'll just read it to you. So this is from USA Today, right? So there's 5 new accusers, 2 Jane Does, or John Does, sorry, 3 Jane Does, 2 John Does, which people just don't want to keep their names out there, with assault claims that go back as far as the year 2000, and the most recently is 2022. One woman, now a woman, was claimed that when she was 13 years old, she was attending the MTV Video Music Awards after party. She was invited by the limo driver. Combs and an unnamed male celebrity, essentially, she was actually, this is reporting it differently, but essentially this girl was raped at 13, might have been 12, at an after party by Combs, another celebrity, and another female celebrity. Okay. So like, who was Combs hanging out with in 2000? Well, that was J-Lo. right? So essentially, she was invited by the limo driver, and she went to the party. Okay, and she was given a drink. Said she felt woozy, didn't feel good. Went and laid down in a bedroom, and then they said, "Oh, yeah, we're here to party." Okay, so that's some sick fucking shit. I Trump said this once. He didn't really say it again. I don't know why. Maybe a lot of people in the government got nervous, but he said, "I want the death penalty for pedophiles. I want the death penalty for child abusers." I totally back that up. We need the death penalty for child abusers. If you fuck with kids, you need to be fucking killed by the state. I'm sorry. If you're a pedophile, I don't like you. Go fucking neck yourself now. Do taxpayer a favor. There is nothing redemptive about you. If you're a pedophile, you cannot change. They know they cannot change. So they go group up with these communities, trailer parks and shit. Yet every once in a while, well, of course, there's recidivism, recidivism, and recidivism. I'm going to say it like 20 times and not get it right. And they end up fucking attacking some kid again. In fact, there's one of those communities I saw online that is like about a block away from a fucking elementary school. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're a pedophile. I don't know if you were born that way. I don't know if you were made one through being messed with. There is no cure other than a bullet. I'm sorry. If that's the way you think, that's the way you feel, if that's something that you've done, I wholly and totally endorse you to kill yourself. And if you won't do it, the state should. Okay. What are you existing for anymore? Right. If you say, "Oh, I'm a non-offending one," right? You're just a ticking time bomb. Now you might think I'm wrong. You may think, "Oh, maybe you're super Christian. You think Jesus can heal anyone." Show me healed ones. I don't see them. I'm sorry. That's what we need. But reading that article really set me off. Doing that to a 13, 12-year-old girl, man. And I know people do worse shit. I don't even want to talk about it or think about it. But yeah, the state will always try to find some way to rehabilitate. And you know what? I think there are a lot of people that can be rehabilitated. I really do. Right, Rusty? I don't think there's any rehabilitation for pedophiles. I think you can rehabilitate a murderer. You can't rehabilitate a pedophile. I think at that point in time, like, what do? You just let them suck off the government teeth? We want our teeth? Do we want our tax dollars going towards people like that? No. Death penalty all the way. Hey, Cosmic Kate, how are you? So yeah, man, like I know that for some people you see these sick pedophiles trying to normalize themselves. They're trying to move themselves into different gay movements and stuff like that. And a lot of gay people are like, "Hey, hold on. No. No. You're not going to." And then there's a lot of them who are like, "Yeah, come on in, become part of our rainbow." Right. And I'm sorry, like if you're a grown ass man who likes to dress as a woman, okay, that's your business, right? I don't need to know about it. But if you're fucking have this itchy desire to go read books and dance in front of children, you need a bullet. That ain't right. It just ain't right. Okay. There's a place that you need to go, and it needs to be not on this plane, right? Because that ain't right. Right. Anyway, I'm hoping that, come November 5th, November 6th, and then January 1st, or January 2nd, when the president is inaugurated, we're going to see a huge change in this. Trump himself said he screwed up last time in many ways, but one of the ways he screwed up was he tried to bring peace. He tried to bring peace between the Democrats and the Republicans and the rhinos. And he gave up a lot of concessions to these people, figuring, I can deal with them. I'm the deal maker. You can't deal with these people. The only thing you can do is try to root them out. And I think he knows that this time. So hopefully we're going to see some real change. We're going to stop seeing these boys and men and women's changing areas. Women, I don't care how liberal you are, that ain't right. You know that's fucking weird. That's not a woman. It's disrespectful to women, isn't it? It's a mockery of a woman is what it is. If you're going to go and try to dress up and pretend to be a woman, it's a complete mockery of what is a woman. women give life. They are the life givers. You can put two dudes in a room, a baby is never going to come out of it. Okay. Never going to come out. Well, maybe AD would come out, but a baby's never going to come out of that room. Okay. Same thing with two women, right? Women are the life bringers. There is a reverence of that. Okay. And any woman, any guy who's trying to dress up as a mockery, that's just a mockery of a woman. Okay. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. Okay. They have the power of life creation. You understand that? Not that it's two to tango, don't get me wrong, but like I'm not carrying a baby for 9 months. All right. I don't do that. I don't have that biology. If I did, I probably would. But my point being is that I don't. That is a huge commitment to life to bring that up. And that the woman needs to be respected. Womanhood needs to be respected. It doesn't just because you can't perform in your own lane in life as a man in men's sports, it means you weren't meant for that sport. Go find a different thing. Okay. When I was a boy, I was passionate about being a firefighter. My uncle was a firefighter. My grandfather was a firefighter. My brother was a firefighter. I am not a firefighter. I know I'm not. That's not my lot in life. And you have to accept that no matter how passionately you love it. You may think your lot in life is to be a woman, or your lot in life is to be, it isn't. It's to be a wonderful swimmer. But you keep getting beat by other men. Well, guess what? That's not for you. You're being shown that's not for you. The solution isn't to put on a female swimsuit, tuck your dong, and say, I'm a woman now. I'm sorry. That's not the fucking solution. Get the fuck out of the women's fucking sports. Get out of their changing rooms. Get out of their spaces. We have our own spaces. Every sex should have their own space. We have our own spaces. We have our own sports. You want to participate and not win? You're welcome to. Just accept who you are. Know thyself. It is so important to know thyself and know who you are in life, regardless of who you are. I wholeheartedly believe that. You need to know your own limitations. You need to know yourself. Obviously, there's things in your life that you can improve, right? There was, speaking of the boys and girls sports, there was a movie, I don't know if you ever saw it, a long time ago. It was based on a real story. Rudy, about the kid who wanted to play football for Notre Dame, but he was small and he was short and he was weak, right? And in the end of the movie, they kind of brought him onto the field to play just because of his wonderful spirit. But if Rudy played that sport every day, he'd have the shit knocked out of him to the point where he'd be brain concussed. Okay. That's a bad story because it tells people who don't have it to keep pursuing and pursuing with your heart, and someday you'll get there. You probably won't because you just don't have the biology to do it. You're never going to be a fucking woman. I don't care what kind of science they put out there, right? Now, here's something a lot of people don't know. Everybody starts out as a woman. When you're in the uterus, everybody starts out as a woman, and then your genitalia either stay in or they move out. Okay, that's a biological fact. Don't get mad at me. Okay, but that's not your lot in life. You need to move away from that. When you're no longer a woman in the room, you become a man. Okay. So here, Rusty Truck, I'm gonna read this comment here. The solution is a trans division that is hosted in a faraway land that takes unrealistic effort to get to. you know what they used to do with lepers, right? Like you've heard of lepers in the Bible. But lepers is a real problem. Like even today, I think they have these leper islands, leper colonies. They throw these people into colonies where, like, all their body parts just slowly fall off. Sorry, we don't want to catch that shit. Sorry it happened to you. Go live in your leper colony. Okay? We need a trans colony. And maybe Rusty, we could have a trans camp, right? If we get trains, we can put them on the trains and take them to the camp because you got to get there some way, Rusty, right? Of course, we're going to have guards. Maybe we can make, just so we don't confuse who's trans and who's not, we should have the trans wear a gold star. There's just ideas I'm coming up with, Rusty. Damn, you just pick Ireland. Fuck no, man. I could think of a lot better places to put them. Believe me. We actually have these outlier islands here in Ireland that aren't being fucking used, right? Because it's just, you can't put taking ferries to it like in the winter are really hard because the seas are so rough. We could pick one of those islands. They're actually beautiful. I think this sounds like the German dream. Where would you get that idea from? I don't know where you get these ideas from, Rusty. I mean, I'm not saying anything about Germans. Good morning, Apple Creek. How are you? We're just bullshitting in here. Yeah. I mean, we get them uniforms and everything. Okay, I'm done. What's Hugo Boss doing right now, Rusty? Because we can use our uniforms too. God, I'm going to hell. All right, listen. I'm fucking around. So, books got out, right? Everybody knows books got out. No one has said this. I can't believe I'm the first person to fucking say this. So, books gets out, and what's he start doing? He goes on the internet. He starts playing on the internet. He starts calling people on the phone from like various organizations, gambling addiction organizations. He's not calling police, but he's getting on there. He's yelling at them. Isn't that what dude went to jail for in the first place? Dude, you haven't been out a month and you're already back on the phone harassing people, harassing strangers. You went to jail for harassing strangers for like 100 days, got paroled. I don't know what the situation is. Probation, parole. I don't know much of the difference. But now you're back on the phone doing this. I guarantee you, I don't think you were just like written off. Like, so, okay, now you're free. You don't have, like, I think you're in a halfway house, which means that you're probably on parole. Your probation, parole officer, whatever the fuck they're called, sees that you're going back in. How fucking stupid is that? It's fucking crazy. Oh my God. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, he did really. Yeah, look at him. Like JM has him like fucking, what do you call him? Archived. You can see him. He's over there calling people, pretending, and some of the shit's funny. Like he's saying, I won't lie, it's funny. Like he does one call where he tells the woman, such and such says I'm gay, caught me kissing another man, and I'm afraid he's gonna tell my wife, and now she's sending KY jelly and bananas to my house or some shit. It's funny. I laughed when I heard it, but then he gets angry. He gets angry at these people too and starts yelling at them, right? And people don't like that. They feel like they're being threatened. And then when you actually jump that line, which I haven't heard him do, making terrorist threats like he did when he started calling the police about how I'm going to kill this person or I'm going to kill you. That's when it becomes a broken law. But dude, you're already doing this stuff, right? People are down on JM because JM says shit like, he'll be back in jail in a month and let's send him some liquor and shit like that. On the face of it, it sounds cruel, but it's not. Because I'll tell you why. He is not reformed. Books is not working the steps. He's not going out there and saying, you know what, I'm going to avoid positions and situations that get me to want me to drink. Okay. He goes right into him headlong, right? Goes right back online and starts doing this shit. Now anybody can do the fuck whatever they want. It's a free country. But I think it'll be, if you're getting on, you're not even drunk now, supposedly, or drinking, and you're yelling at strangers on the phone, which is what you went to jail for, you're going to be going back soon. It's just fucking stupid. I mean, and I'll tell you what, Book seems like he has a reasonable amount of intelligence. He's someone who went to college. I don't know if he graduated or not. Not that going to college makes you intelligent. I've met people that didn't graduate from high school that were just literally geniuses who passed the test to get into Mensa when I was in Mensa. Okay. Humble brag there. These dudes are crazy intelligent, never felt the need to go to organized education. They're autodidactic. They taught themselves. There are things that he says that have an element of intelligence to them, but his actions show the actions of a complete and total fucking moron. I'm sorry. If I got hemmed up for doing something, the last thing I'm going to do is go right back to that and get hemmed up for it. So anyway, okay. College makes you a communist. Rusty, it didn't used to be that way, but it is now. And I don't know if you remember, Rusty, you're about my age. There was a movie that came out called Politically Correct University, PCU. It was a funny comedy movie that came out in the 90s. When I was going to college, it was slowly sneaking in. What had happened was in the 1970s, this book came out called Gulag Archipelago that was written by a guy named Solzhenitsyn, right? And Solzhenitsyn basically detailed his life story about living on this archipelago that was a communist camp and the things that people did to survive, right? Because they weren't being fed. There was massive cannibalism, children being eaten, horrible things that you can think of. And he also detailed what the state directly did to people, the torture, getting people to admit to things they didn't do, what happened on a government level with Stalin. And it was that point in the 70s that everybody who was, communism has become popular in the late 1960s with the free love stuff. But when that book came out in the mid 1970s, communism didn't have a leg to stand on. No one wanted to be associated with communism because they knew the fucking evil that communism was. Okay. But slowly it's working itself back. One of the things that communism does is they call it the long march through public institutions. They put people that are communists in positions, they hide their beliefs, and then they bring in other communists and they try to own that institution. That's what's happened in education. There was a time in the 80s where you wouldn't ever even admit to being a socialist in the American education system, whether private or public, because it was just such a horrible ideology. And slowly, over time, they've become now these communist factories. These kids go to school, and if they're into colleges, and if they're graded on their beliefs, do your beliefs match my beliefs? If they don't, I'm going to keep giving you Fs until they do. Until you say that you believe what I believe, that communism is the answer, or socialism, which is another word for communism, folks, is the answer, then you're going to get graded poorly and kicked out. My parents paid all this money for this school, right? I can't disappoint my parents. So they end up doing it, and they try to outdo one another. Well, this one girl says, well, I'm going to shave half my head and make it pink and say I'm a communist. Okay. And the next girl says, fuck that. I'm going to become a boy, right? Like they're all trying to outdo each other and virtue signal to appease this religion of woke. And that's exactly what it is. Woke is a religion. Okay. Just like Catholicism or Judaism or being a Muslimism, you're definitely in a religion. You're in that religion of woke. You believe. And if you don't believe what I believe, then you're out. You're absolute, you're my enemy. Okay. Here's the one thing. Never is real communism, is it though? The rusty truck. It's never real communism. Real communism hasn't happened yet. So when there's, people say, "Oh, Hitler's horrible. He killed all those Jews." Yeah, that happened. Stalin in Russia killed about 4 times as many. Absolutely had the pogroms. Don't talk about that. Well, that wasn't real communism. Russia wasn't real communism. Real communism hasn't happened yet. But this time we try it, it's going to go well. It's going to go well this time. Yeah, my ass. But yeah, the slow march through public institutions is real. Absolutely is real. It is a fucked up ideology. Communism is it doesn't believe in the hierarchy, right? We're all the same, right? That's not true. Hierarchy exists everywhere. We may be all born equal, but we don't end up that way, right? If you put a room with $100, give $1 to each person, have 100 people and give them all $1, over a certain amount of time, one person's going to end up with all that money through various trades, deals, etc. That's hierarchy. In the universe, we have stars that are brighter than other stars. Okay. There are people out there who are going to be more successful than other people. I'm a musician. I'm in the lowest percentile, right? Probably the lowest percent. People like Ryan Upchurch are in a way higher percentile than me. They're better at this than me. Sabrina Carpenter is more successful at this than me. I personally don't believe music should be a competition. I'm not basing it on that, but that's the reality we fucking live in, right? People are better at other things than other ones. Okay. And if you're trying to come with an ideology that's antithetical to that says that doesn't exist, that's just a man-made thing, you're full of shit. Like Jordan Peterson talks about the lobsters. They're lobsters at the bottom of the ocean. They're not men, and they have a hierarchy. In fact, the more battles you lose as a lobster, something happens in your lobster brain. It's bizarre, right? But you become less able to fight your next battle, right? Chemically. And that happens to people too, I'm sure. Anyway, it's a weird world out there. I'm gonna take a break. Just 1 second, I'll be right back. All right. Anyway, I'm back. But yeah, books, man, dude, fucking walk away from this internet. Walk away from the internet. Walk away from this bullshit. It's just you're end up back in jail, man. That's the reality of the situation. You're gonna be back in fucking jail. Stop calling people. Stop being egged on and feel like you need this approval from these other people in your peer group with Bird and all them. You don't need to win their approval. You don't need Dumb Gene's approval. You don't need to get on the fucking phone and start saying this shit for their approval. You don't, maybe you do need the money that people send you, but you don't need it to the point where it's going to end up throwing you back in jail, man. You don't need that. Walk away. Anyway, yeah, like this fucking world, man, it's not good. We got problems. Like, I am by no means a Christian. I have a huge problem with Christianity and its roots. And I get on here and offend every Christian on here, and they never ever listen to me. But there are tales in the Bible that were from the Middle East, and also tales they reappropriated from pagans in Europe that tell these moral parables. And Sodom and Gomorrah is one of them, a town where it just fell to total degeneracy of people doing absolutely degenerate, disgusting things all out of their own self pleasure, warping their own brain chemistry to do this shit, right? And the town was smited by the angels, okay, put in the ground by God. It's a real simple parable. It says, just don't do this. But the reality is, this is what we're doing to ourselves. Like, I'll tell you right now, France, for the majority of it, especially Paris, is a shithole right now. It's full of immigrants. You can go get a 5-star hotel, and right outside of it, there's going to be shit all over the street, like literal shit, human shit on the street, and fucking immigrants that have been flooded into the country illegally, that have not been properly housed because there's no infrastructure to house them. Okay, it's happening in Dublin too. But even in that syncretistic, that absolute fucking shithole that is Paris now, which is a fucking sad crime, because Paris wasn't beautiful. I got in Paris in 2014, and it was just like right on the cusp of that. But it's actually very sad. But even there, Emmanuel Macron, the incredible liberal leader of France, who says this is all the shit that should be happening, I will let these immigrants into our country, just like Kamala did, says we don't need multiple genders. We have 2 genders are enough for us, right? Male and female. When you go to Paris, when you go to France, you're not going to see tons and tons of men pretending to be women or women pretending to be men. Women in France really wholeheartedly embrace their femininity. It's actually beautiful. I'm not saying that France is a good place to be right now, because there are parts of it that are beautiful and haven't been untouched by this wokeness. But at least they don't even believe this shit. It absolutely is a mind virus, this Church of Woke. But the one thing about Church of Woke doesn't have that every other religion has is the element of forgiveness. Christianity, there is an element of forgiveness. Every religion, whether it's Judaism, etc., has an element of forgiveness. The woke church has no forgiveness. So if you go online, if you've offended the Church of Woke and you've said something they don't like, which I've said several things they don't like today, they say, we're going to cancel you. And you end up losing your job or whatever. You don't want to lose your job. You go online or wherever and you apologize. You say, I'm sorry. Even though they may not have been wrong, they say, I am wrong, right? I am wrong. I shouldn't have said that word. I shouldn't have, meant that. I shouldn't have said that. I am sorry. You don't get forgiveness from the Church of Woke. They expect you to virtue signal and do more, and you will never be forgiven. You can go online and you need to be not only can you be forgiven, you can't be forgiven by them. You need to become part of them, and you need to start preaching them and their doctrine over and over. You need to be the loudest one. You need to keep showing virtual signaling to the point of just insanity, and you still won't be forgiven. There is no forgiveness element in the Church of Woke, right? You will never be forgiven for offending them. They live on offense. They love this offense. I don't care if you start out as a straight man and then you say, okay, I'm gay now. Okay. Now I support all of these things I didn't support before. I support, drag queens going into schools and shit. Right. Okay. I support that now. I give all my money to these various leftist organizations. Okay. Oh, now I'm trans. I have found out that I'm a woman, right? You will never be forgiven. You can't do enough. Okay. Don't even try to play this game, this woke game. You will fucking lose. Right? There's no winning. And that's what makes the woke religion itself truly dangerous. There is no element of forgiveness in their religion. And it absolutely is a religion, by the way. Look at it. It's a religion. Hey, Ricky White. Welcome, brother. I love that you're here. I'm just ranting and bullshitting this morning. I'm not doing anything productive. I'm wasting my time. It's probably really early where everyone is in America, except for Apple Creek. My sister Apple Creek is here. How are you, beautiful? How are you feeling, Apple? How's your doggies? I believe you have multiple doggies, if I remember correctly, at least one. Sly is in here. Sly, shout out to you. How are you, ma'am? I appreciate you being here. Damn Yankee. Damn Yankee, you need to start a channel where you start telling your stories about PBR. Right? Like every live or video or whatever, it's just a story about PBR. I guarantee you your channel would blow the fuck up. Everybody wants to know what it was like living with that guy, and more than we know it was hell. And we know it's horrible. It's probably psychologically damaging for damn Yankee to have to live through those, telling those stories. But my God, she would absolutely get a huge following. Damn Yankee says, I want to bet who gets locked up first. She says Martin. Yeah, Martin. Martin had a moment of clarity. Martin got drunk, as you guys all saw a week ago or whatever, and he had a moment of clarity. He said, what am I doing with my life? He said, I am a fucking loser. He said, you know, he looked at it. He had a genuine try to forget red flags everywhere. Damn Yankee. Yeah, I know. You try to forget. I won't blame you. I won't bring you back there. I'm just saying that if you ever decided to do like a YouTube channel just talking about PBR and your experience with him, it would blow the fuck up. But yeah, Martin, back to Martin. Dear God, man. And I should have included Martin in my list of fucking ne'er-do-wells here. I will now. I'll make that correction. Martin, AD, Johnny Gobble, and PBR. Man, oh man. Martin, you had that come into Jesus moment, right? And your detractors set up on you. Shoddy, I love Shoddy, but they set upon you. Rich pointed it out because they're a hypocrite and people love exposing hypocrites. Okay. However, that was probably the smartest shit you ever said, is when you had that coming to Jesus type kind of moment, that moment of clarity when you saw yourself in your position. You need to go back and embrace that, because that is the fucking way out. That is the way out of where you are living in somebody's basement. Okay. That is the way out of being carless. That is the way out. That line of thinking corrects all of your wrong-minded thinking before that. Okay. That's the honesty. JM said a quote there. I think it was on Filthy. I listened to it this morning on Rumble for a little bit, where he said, essentially, I don't want to quote it incorrectly, JM, and if I do, I'm sorry. Where he says something along the lines of, drunk people express the thoughts that they wouldn't express when they're sober, but that's what they really think. Okay. So that's what you really think about yourself, and you're fucking right. And I'm not doing that to drag you into the ground. I'm saying there's your pathway out. Okay. You follow that line of thinking and say, you know what? I actually do need to improve myself. You're going to reap rewards that you have never imagined. That is the path. For whatever reason, you let down your defenses when you were drinking alcohol and you truly embraced where you are. That is the first step, acknowledging where you are, because now you can get out. Follow it. I know you've receded back into this land of, self-deception. Embrace that. Martin had a moment of clarity, then committed 50 felonies. Well, it goes back to the hierarchy, doesn't it, Rusty? Right? Like, no, he's the lobster on the fucking bottom of the ocean with half a fucking claw and fucking getting physically smaller every time he tries to battle and loses. Oh my God, Martin, get out of that. That's so fucking funny. Oh my God. Shit. I think Martin, PBR, AD, and Gobble should start a band. I mean, it wouldn't go anywhere. I don't have any talent, but I would just like to watch the documentary. It'd be like Spinal Tap or something, a fly on the wall documentary of those four getting together, or even better yet, like one of those competition TV shows where they throw a bunch of people, in like a fucking Squid Game with Johnny Gobble, Father Carl Martin, PBR, and AD. I still want to get fucking Barendorf on here so I can have my debate with AD. I don't want to debate the real AD because that's just a waste of time. It'd be like all that would do is just waste my time. But I think a debate with Barendorf as AD would be truly hilarious. I won't cover Martha again until he goes live from a tent. Yeah, that's like fucking where he's fucking heading. Honestly, it's honestly where fucking if he isn't there already, that's where he's heading. Brewski, I saw is fucking. He's basically homeless, living in parks now, as I understand it. And every time he goes live, it's from a public place. Okay, and I think Rich said, maybe I don't want to misquote Rich, like my memory's set, and I fully put that up. I could be wrong about what I'm saying, but I think Rich caught that he said something along the lines of borrowing a blanket so he could take a nap in the park and get 5 hours of sleep or something, right? What the fuck, dude? If I'm gonna tell you right now, Books, if you're in a halfway house, risky. If you're in a fucking tent in the park, but you don't even have a tent, you're probably sleeping underneath the fucking picnic table. Uh, Martin, if you're a grown man living in someone else's basement, now is the time for you to shut off the internet, YouTube specifically. Go and start getting a job. Go get a job. Go get a passion. Do something, right? I know, Martin, you think that if you plug away at this YouTube shit enough that you're going to become like a huge YouTube right-wing celebrity, okay? It's not going to happen. I hate to tell you this, it's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because you're an idiot. Okay. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't be just part of the chorus. You have to deliver a new way of thinking, a new angle on things. You have to deliver and do research and investigation. All these things take work and you don't want to do them. It isn't going to happen for you. You need to go out and get a job that you don't need a college degree for because you don't have one. You're not going to be a BMX star. You're too old and you don't have the talent. You need to go become a truck driver. You need to go work in a warehouse, someplace that you're going to be physically challenged every day to build up your body. Okay. It's going to give you more self-confidence. You're going to get paid a good amount of money. Join a union, become a plumber, do one of those things. Okay. Working in a pet store, not a good idea. Not a good idea. I am bursting bubbles. Someone's got to tell him, damn Yankee. Yeah, Martha works 3 shifts. Makes it sound like it's been 30 years. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's like Gobble. Gobble does like, half a day's work and he thinks, I'll join the worker community, y'all. Y'all can't call me a loser no more. I painted a wall badly, and therefore I'm now a loser anymore. Gobble, Martin, AD, PBR, you're all losers for the same reason. You abandon your fucking children. You get a woman pregnant, you bring children into the world, and you don't fucking raise them, right? You don't love them. You don't spend time with them. That's why you're a loser, okay? All the other shit you do and say is just fucking icing on a shit cake. The fact that you don't look after your children, you're not a fucking real parent. You're not making life better for them. You're not making their lives better for themselves than you had for your own. That's what makes you a piece of shit. Change that, and I'll start to give you some fucking respect. Hope he doesn't throw kittens in the air. Isn't the world funny? So there's a TV show called Trailer Park Boys. I'm sure you probably haven't heard of it. Maybe you have. It's funny as fuck, right? It's a Canadian TV show called Trailer Park Boys. Okay, and one of the characters is named Bubbles, right? And he has this like a fascination with cats. But like, here's just one of the weird ways the world works. Damn Yankee made a comment saying Dan bursting bubbles, and then Cosmic Kate says something about kittens in the air. Is that fucking Kismet or what? Probably not. People don't see it. There's patterns in everything. To be fair, PBR was running on an unlicensed daycare. Oh my God. He threw his own cat up in the air. Yeah. Don't do that. They don't like that. Tailpipe. Hey, Tony Michelle, welcome. Oh my God. Dude, Rusty, I don't want to start thinking. I have one of those minds where I start thinking. I think too much, and I start going down like every possible rabbit hole. Like I'm going to do it now. PBR was arrested. Okay. Clearly, he couldn't get away fast enough. So he was in the passive position, shall we say. However, somebody in that arrangement was supposedly a male prostitute. Either way, regardless of who was the male prostitute, that shit is hilarious. Okay, think about it, right? So either you're paying somebody to fuck you in the ass, or you're getting paid to get fucked in the ass. Either way, the mental image is fucking hilarious of PBR either trying to get a customer or approaching another man as a customer. I can mentally image it. You can hear his voice. It's egregious what you're trying to charge me. It's egregious what you're trying to pay. Oh my God, man. Like, I don't want to think about the act itself. I want to think about like what led up to the act, the negotiation. How did one find the male prostitute? Was PBR just sitting out there in the park, pretending to thumb for a ride? Howdy, big boy. Oh my God. Or like he's trying to like yeah, I'm going to seduce you with my lackluster knowledge of car mechanics. Explain to me how the combustion engine works, Daddy. Oh my God. Oh fuck. That shit brings me never-ending joy. Just thinking about that whole scenario of that going down. Oh my God. He should not be trusted around children. I think not. Well, damn Yankee, given who you are, that speaks volumes. That speaks absolute fucking volumes. Oh my God. He was described by the park ranger as high end, and he was listed as unemployed on the ticket. Yeah, he was. And those are not jokes. Those are fucking facts, right? Like, so PBR, the male prostitute, right? And he paid the ultimate price, didn't he? He has AIDS now. That's pretty much established as fact, right? It is fact. Okay. He didn't have cancer. He had AIDS. And wow, man, oh man, oh man. Like, if he wasn't a horrible human being, I'd feel sorry for him. I think Rusty did it best. Unfortunately, we didn't have the gift of AI at that point, but he did like he took that scene from Dallas Buyers Club. If we could just put PBR's face over that and some of his dialogue, like rewrite the dialogue to match PBR. Oh my God. Or Philadelphia. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh fuck. So anyway, listen, I've probably been on here way too long. I'm actually not feeling great right now. This has lifted my mood completely. Fucking Crohn's fucking sucks. Fucking bleeding all on the inside. It's fucking horrible. Whew, man, oh man, alive. I'm not trying to fucking trauma dump on anybody though. That's fucking life. That's my lot to deal with. But it started last night. I started coughing up phlegm. It was fucking horrible. I think I caught some kind of chest infection when I took my kid out trick or treating. And so I took like, a bunch of vitamin C and other, echinacea and all that shit. And I woke up this morning. I'm feeling fine so far. And it's nearly 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Sorry. So hopefully I missed it. Hopefully I was able to move it away. But having laughing with you all and talking with you all has been fucking amazing. Thank you all, sincerely, all of you, for being here. People have come and gone, and the people that are still here. Rusty Truck has a live tonight with Mr. Power Stroke, as I understand it. Rusty, what time does that happen in your time, and what time zone are you in? Because I want to set up my alarm so I can join that shit and watch. Did everybody see the Ryan Upchurch thing with Mike 12 Point yet? That shit is hilarious. I'm gonna play that now real quick before I go. If you've seen it already, watch it again because it's hilarious. So yeah, Adam fucking Calhoun, that dude's a piece of shit. I'm sorry, I didn't fucking when they were supposedly, everybody was okay again. Yeah, I'll just fucking say it. Triple T's a piece of shit too. I don't like Triple T. I think he's an asshole. I think he gets super fucking aggressive. He's a fucking. He tries to act like he's riding the fence, but he's definitely sucking up to Adam Calhoun. I don't like Triple T for the first time I met him when he started accusing me of fucking trying to egg Cashville and 80 to a fight back when I was in 80's channel before I realized 80 was a total piece of shit. Rusty never had that problem. Rusty knew 80 was the complete piece of shit from the very beginning. And me and Rich fucking thought he might have changed and we were wrong. And good on Rusty Truck for keeping that, keeping his stance and keeping away. He'd come into the chat, but he would just watch. And he was right. But Triple T tried to attack me, and I was trying to say, listen, you two, stop talking bullshit or actually fight, right? Trying to get them to stop. And then Triple T came in there and said, you're trying to instigate it. He's trying to start shit with me. On the opposite side, Lori's World, I actually like her. I think she puts up with a lot. I think she's a really nice lady. And, quote me on that. Come in here and listen to the channel. I want to start shipping me. That's fine, too. I give a fuck. But I actually have a lot of respect for Lori's World. I think she's fucking awesome. And I'm glad, that she's doing good in life. I do not like Triple T. I think Lori has to clean up a lot of Triple T's messes. And that's just what I've seen. But this shit with Adam Calhoun, I didn't sit right with me when they're supposedly a piece, because Adam Calhoun came out here and told everybody who's a fan of Ryan Upchurch, that they were, what was the actual word, Rusty? You probably remember. I try to dump this shit out of my mind so it's not sitting in there. But basically that we were all pieces of shit. And that, fuck Creek Squad. He never apologized to us. He might apologize to Ryan and went cool with Ryan. But it seems to me like that Adam Calhoun thinks, whenever he's not getting enough attention or shit's not selling well enough, I'll just start a beef with Ryan Upchurch and get all the publicity I need. But now what's fucking hilarious is Ryan's just fucking had it and decided to fucking just go both barrels at him in these comedy skits. This shit is fucking genuinely hilarious. I'm going to get this shit up on the fucking chair because it's some of the funny shit I've seen him do in a long time. And that's, to be honest, that's what got me into Ryan Upchurch. I didn't even know he was a fucking musician, right? I didn't even know he made records. I knew him as a kind of an internet troll. And then I started watching his troll stuff a lot. And then I found out, oh, fuck, not only is he a musician, he's a really fucking gifted musician. I mean, I'll tell you from one musician to another, if you're not a musician, you probably don't know this, but to have the creative output that this guy has, as much as it has, is really just very rare. Look at your favorite musicians out there. Like, okay, let's say like you like AC/DC. What do? They put out a new album every 10 years. Ryan's putting out several albums a fucking year. It's fucking nuts to have that label of creativity, but also have that quality of content. It's not repetitive. It's not saying the same shit over and over. It is truly epic. And the fact that he has not signed up with any fucking group of unscrupulous companies to rip him off and make money off of him, and said, listen, I'm not going to care about the fruit that you dangle in front of me. I'm going to do it on my own. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'll put the skit up. Shit's fucking hilarious. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Rusty. Thank you for reminding me. He told everyone in Creek Squad to suck his dick. I never heard no apologies. I never saw no video come out from Adam Calhoun saying, listen, I acted immaturely. I got riled up. And I shouldn't have said that. And I want to apologize to everyone in Creek Squad. He doesn't have the maturity to do that. He doesn't have the ability to do that. Oh my God. And you know what? Triple T, you know what? I think every woman in here will agree with me. There are women out there that will hook up with dudes who are just fucking toxic as fuck. And they think they can change them. You ain't gonna change them, ladies. You ain't gonna change them. But now she's stuck with it. She figures I'm old enough and I'm going to have to, this is my life. I got to clean up this dude's messes all the time. He's a child with a temper. You ever hear Triple T throw one of his childish tempers? And what's odd is he's got such a, supposedly, I guess what I heard, I'll take it as true, such an amazing career in the military. But to have that level of self-discipline where you can't just throw off with the fucking hook and have a temper tantrum like a little boy whenever someone says something you don't like. Yeah. Oh yeah. Rusty Trick. He made a half-hearted excuse for Kurt was a troll. Kurt really wasn't a troll at all. The piece of shit is Adam Calhoun. He's got a massive fucking problem, in his thinking. And he sits behind this fucking, America First MAGA fucking movement, that's just for your fans. I doubt. He says I went out and voted. He only went and voted so he can make the community post, in my opinion. Anyway, let me put this shit up. It's fucking hilarious. I keep talking, saying I will, and I don't do it. So here, hold on. Where did I download it to? Okay, I'm gonna put the shit up now, and I'll shut up.
Listen, dog, all these people counting on my fucking downfall, thinking I ain't finna do this shit. Gonna be fucking surprised when this album drops. Yalbum, Y-A-L-B-U-M, Yalbum. Taking this shit fucking serious. I mean, I'm coming out of fucking retirement. This is my 7th time out of retirement. I keep getting fucking tired from all these retirement. This is my last retirement. My last coming out of retirement, not going into it. Shit's fucking tiring, dog. When you re-get tired from retiring. But yeah, dog, I'm finna turn my hair around backwards again. I do it a lot. I'm serious. It's like, this is gonna be something y'all never fucking heard from me. You're gonna be like, is that fucking Adam? Is that fucking Adam? Now you're gonna know who it is. Then I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I'll turn my head back around so you know who it is. It's me, Adam. I've been practicing. Doing the, ooh. Oh, girl, twerking. Yeah, dog, I come a long way since that song. And that one was all right, but this one is next level. Next level. Even better than the shit I just did recent. You know what I'm talking about? I was riding through the desert. I said, I bet the devil was a size 12 shoe. Even better than that. You're not gonna expect it. But yeah, dog, I gotta get in here and practice. I might release some of the practice session afterwards. Yo, dog, I'm here to do the thing.
All right.
Shit, we'll edit that out. Triple T, edit that out. Triple T.
What are we working on today?
I'm gonna do. They want me to come down here and do some country stuff for my next album, so I got to practice. I don't know why they want me to practice. I'm fucking Prince. Anyway.
I'm gonna do some warm-ups.
Warm-ups.
All right, we'll start something. Oh, girl, twerking.
Okay, I'm ready.
Or off something easy. Here we go. We're gonna come in hot.
Money. I went skydiving. I went walking mountain climbing. I went to. What happened?
It's Rocky Mountain.
Rocky. That's what I said. Rocky Mountain climbing.
Okay. All right. We're gonna run that back one time.
All right, do it.
It may be in my headphones.
Yeah, I gotta go check these lives. We gotta hurry. Skydiving. What? Too much.
We're gonna restart right there. You gotta come in a little bit softer.
Softer. I don't know soft. I went to prison.
Weed.
Okay, weed. Sorry, I went to prison. Rocky Mountain climbing. Oh, girl, twerking. Okay, I'm ready. Went skydiving. We went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on the bull nation, man. Shoot. Tire. Dog, should I just fucking retire? Am I wasting your fucking time? What are we doing?
Let's just try this one more time. I should be charging you by the hour.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, man.
I've been to prison.
Relax, man.
Prison.
Relax.
Real prison with soap.
Just relax, man.
Okay. What's all we doing?
Hold on. My wife's calling me.
Okay. I'm gonna go check Triple T's live.
It wasn't a joke, man. I'm just saying I should be charging you by the hour instead of by the song, and now you got people charging by my hour.
Do them fucking Prince! I got the money to fucking do it. Let's just fucking do it.
Man, it's okay. It's okay.
Everything's gonna be good when this album comes out.
The kid's okay.
Oh, girl, twerking. Does all the fucking people do this much practicing?
Man, it depends. You know.
How much practice you think I need? Don't answer that.
That's tough to gauge. We're going to something a little bit easier, okay? Still warming up here, okay?
Wait, I can do something fucking hard if I need to.
I believe you too.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
It's just my throat is the season changing.
Just
shit.
relax, man.
I'm relaxing. All right, let's
Got a
go.
nice beard, by the way.
Right,
You ready?
thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard that?
Here we go.
Heel toe, do, come on, baby, let's go, whiskey.
It's heel toe do-si do.
Am I not saying it clear enough or something?
You know what? These ain't even plugged in, man. Let me plug these right here in. All right, we're gonna run this back one more time. All right. And the 4th of July.
Harder than the 4th of July. He said, son, what we be? God, we shot there where hell we looking at me. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is it now? You need to stick to rap?
Need a breather.
You
I need a
put-
breather.
You need a breather. I'm the one fucking singing.
I'm calling Jeff. I'm calling Jeff right now.
I retire. 8th time retiring. Fuck this shit. I'm retiring. That ain't the right door. You went through the wrong door too.
I forgot my phone.
Whatever. I don't care. I'm retired.
Something there inside. You ain't paid me yet. You haven't paid me. Hey, you haven't paid me, man. Hey. Come on back.
Man,
Come on. Come on, man.
hey, fuck.
Oh, girl. What you do?
Oh, girl, it's working. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking hilarious. That shit is fucking funny, man. I mean, honestly, Mike is a comedic actor and doesn't even know it. Obviously, fucking Ryan Upchurch was hilarious, but he played such a good, second man, to Ryan in that thing, and they probably didn't even rehearse that. They probably just came up with it on the spot. It's probably all improvised. Shit's hilarious, and that Ryan is saying shit that is truly pissing off Akal, like the speech impediment stuff, and like the fact that he can't sing. Like Ryan pretending to sing like Akal was better than Akal singing. Let's just be fucking honest, right? And that comes back to what I was saying earlier. If you think about it, like know thyself, know thy limitations. Akal, know that you can't fucking sing, man. Like just embrace that shit. Do something else. It's fucking great, man. Oh god, like the fragility and the mannerisms and the speech of Akal, he has fucking down. Absolutely. Like the whole I went to prison thing that he repeats all the time, and like how he'll have an argument with somebody. Akal will have an argument with somebody about something, and then they like, okay, cool, and lets it go. And then 15 minutes later brings it back up again. Fucking the fact that Ryan did that is so about the hourly pay thing they just did in that skit. That is so spot on. I guarantee you right now, with the fragility of Akal's ego and the fact that his lack of self-control, Akal is fucking fuming. I can guarantee it. Yeah, he can't fight either, but he's undeterred. Exactly. Or like, I'm gonna go and kick everybody's ass and go to their houses and shit, and then ends up fucking doing nothing, which is what he should have done in the first place. Like, honestly, that whole Kurt versus fucking Akal thing was hilarious, because Kurt's like, oh, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, Akal acted like a fucking child having a tantrum. I had no cool, didn't act like a man at all, acted like a kid. And the whole time it's like Kurt's like acting like the really just over it stepdad. I can't fucking drop this kid off in the wilderness because his mom will fucking be on me, and that ain't gonna happen. I can't just beat this kid and put him in his place because, again, the mom, I can't just leave either. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. All right. Okay. Just waiting for the tantrum to be over. And it just keeps coming, Akal is not a man. And I really feel sorry for the boy he's raising, because the boy idolizes his dad, which means that kid is going to be a fucking, just an immature fucking asshole as well. Like we breed these people to be completely and totally making our society fucking horrible. And that's why I have a problem with people who don't absolutely raise their kids, because is almost as bad as raising them to be assholes as not being in the picture and doing your job. I debate with myself whether or not it's a good thing that AD's not in his kids' lives for shit, because he's an asshole. If he was in his kids' lives all the time, he's just going to raise more assholes. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, let's take a look at the comments here real quick. Apple Creek is on it. Oh, the cat thinks she's dying when she's trying to sing. That is so fucking funny, man. I was never a cat person until recently, man. I fucking love my cat, man. She is awesome. I started kind of figuring out the cues and how cats kind of communicate and what they think. My cat is awesome. She is such a sweetheart. Whenever I come home, when I've driven away, wherever she's at in the area, she comes and finds me, right? And I used to think, well, yeah, because I feed her, she probably is just hungry. But no, like she would have just ate and come find me, right? And she always, whenever I'm laying somewhere, she just jumps up on me and starts, and it boops me with her nose, which apparently is like a very sensitive spot on a cat. So when they boop you in the nose with their nose or whatever, basically it's like how a cat kisses. It's awesome, man. I didn't even really understand all this stuff, but like whenever strangers come to the house and I greet them like the postman or whatever, fucking cat comes right around my ankles. It's just like looking. She definitely thinks that we're. She thinks I'm a big cat, and she thinks that I'm her boyfriend cat. That's probably what she thinks. I don't know. Shit was fucking hilarious, though, dude. I'm glad that Ryan's doing this stuff because when Ryan starts doing his comedy shit, he doesn't try. It just pours out of him naturally, and the shit is fucking hilarious. Like just like Mike. And I think that fucking shit is fucking so. I can't wait for the next one. I cannot wait. Apparently, yeah, Maine Coons are very dog-like. I had a coworker who had had 2 Maine Coons, and one of them passed, and he was inconsolable for like 2 weeks, like completely depressed, like just so sad the cat died. And I was like 25 or 26 at the time. I was kind of like, okay, well, like more than one day, it's a cat, dude. Just fucking chill, you know. Like I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I didn't get the bond, right? Like one would have with the Maine Coon. And then I started seeing videos of Maine Coons and how they act and everything. And then I realized, okay, he doesn't have kids. It's like kids do them, you know. And I got it. I figured it out. And now I get it even more with my cat, you know. So yeah, I get it, man. Our animals are so important to us. I get why people will spend thousands on an animal that has a problem because they're like humans to them. They're like, you know, they're children. It's actually really beautiful. Okay. Rusty, what time are you going live tonight? Tell everybody, because I didn't see if you commented it. Let me go see if it's annoying the shit out of you, Rusty. So I want to come down and check out your live. We're just gonna be here quiet until Rusty makes a comment, make everything awkward. Until Rusty tells us what time his live is. Just gonna be really quiet. Okay, here it is, 10 p.m. Eastern. So Eastern time, you're gonna go live. Okay, thank you, Rusty. Appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Have a wonderful Saturday. Spend it with people that you love and care about, and try to make somebody else's life a little bit happier today if you can. I know I'm gonna go down and harass the shit out of my daughter because she was harassing me while I was on this live. So I'm gonna go bug her and annoy her until she gets storms off angry. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm a mature parent, obviously. I hope to see you guys over the night. I hope I show up tonight. If I don't, it's because I'm not feeling well, but I definitely want to be there. I'll definitely check out the live thing. Sly, are you gonna go live at some point? Because I want to come hang out in your live on your panel at some point. That's what I want to do. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday and old girl twerking. Bye.